What do we got here? What's in the box? I'll probably have a description on this video, so they'll already know what's in the box.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know that it's a Binson Echorec. Okay, unboxing a Binson Echorec. This guy made the most incredible box. Look at this thing. Look at this. I didn't even know that he was selling me the original hard case. Oh, it's like a handle. He made like a little fancy handle on it to carry it. What's so funny about this? It's a handle. I think he's a genius. It kind of smells like cigars and old Italian men. Aha! Other than the terrible old man smell that came with the box, I am enamored by this box. Straight out of Minecraft, this box. Let's see what I bought. Oh, look at this fun little secret hidden, keep your weed in there! Old 2-prong ungrounded cable, we love that. No, we don't. Oh, look at that. What a gem. You know, it's really rare to see these old papers still intact on here. The old instructions, it's in 4 different languages. It's like little maintenance instructions. It's usually completely disintegrated. And to see the original blue cap bottle is even more rare. And look at this old sludge at the bottom. Look at the viscosity of the sludge at the bottom of this. It's just molasses. I will not be using this on the Echorec. So obviously the only use that I have for this bottle is to drink what's inside here. Leave in the comments below if you'd like to see me drink this sludge. I'm gonna save this. 1,000 likes on this video and I will drink this sludge. So really quick, if anybody does need one of these bottles, go to Lutz Multimedia Reverb store. There's a link below and you can buy these from me for $45 and they have the original label. They are the exact same size. They are factory sealed and they are filled with the proper viscosity of Echorec oil that will work on your 2 T7E, your baby Echorec, and all the other Binson Echorec models.
And Echorec Jr.
Yeah, the Echorec baby, the Echorec Jr.
And Abuelito Echorec.
And Abuelito Echorec. Oh look, GELSO plugs. Blech. So it's pretty easy to change out these GELSO plugs to XLR or TRS. You want some kind of balanced connectivity here. And unless you've got GELSO adapters, which nobody does, you're gonna wanna take a drill and drill out these rivets, which are permanently holding in the GELSO plugs. Pop out these GELSO plugs and it's like any other balanced cable or connection. It's just 3 wires, hot, neutral, and ground, that go to the plug, and you're just gonna rewire them to a TRS or XLR jack, and I will have that at the end of this video. Also, we're gonna put some kind of plate on here to hold our new jacks, and I'm just gonna build a little metal panel. I'll just cut it with an angle grinder and sand it so it's not sharp, and I will affix it here, and I'll just drill these 1/4-inch holes for my little jacks, and I'm not gonna do 3. Technically, you can do 3 in and 3 out, but why? I only am gonna be running 1 thing into it at a time. The way that these work is you only have 1 input that can work at a time anyway, so why would you ever need 3 inputs? Unless you're using it for live sound application. If you're using it in a studio, you only need 1 input and 1 output. If you're using it live, like some David Gilmour type stuff, actually, maybe I will do 2 or 3 in and out. The other thing I'm gonna do is, if you look here, it's got the old 2-prong plug. I'm gonna put a modern IEC 3-prong grounded adapter on it, which is very easy to do. The seller told me that he realigned the heads and that they all sound great, and that the motor is very strong, and the drum has been tested and does not need to be relapped, and it sounds great. So I'm just gonna leave everything as is for the most part. Now, how the heck do I get it out of this case? Look at this. It's affixed to the case. Every Echorec I've ever got doesn't have the original case, so I literally have no idea how to get it out of this. What to do? Okay, so I think I figured it out. I think it's just these little feet. If I unscrew these, then I'll be able to pop the Echorec out. Let's see.
And I lean to the left for love. She's leaning back to the right.
Oh. Numero 4. Trabamalama! I have never seen this in my whole life. How cool is that? You know what this is? These are the little stands, the little mounts that the Echorec sits on when it's in this beautiful case. So I will keep those stands with these legs in this case, put it away in the garage, and never use it. Boom. See? Keeps the lid tight. So we definitely want to change out this to an IEC modern 3-pronged grounded. I want to check the tubes. I want to make sure the magic eye is working. Clean the pots. Never use contact cleaner on potentiometers or buttons or switches or faders or carbon pads or any tactile button at all. You always want to use FABRICATIng. Used to be known as CALI-LUBE. I mentioned this in my last video. FABRICATIng, deoxit F5 FABRICATIng. You put contact cleaner on an old pot like this and it'll wreck the wipers. It'll dry them out, wreck them. Contact cleaner is only for contacts, such as this GELSO connectivity, XLR, TRS, TS, anything that you plug into something else, a plug of any kind. You can even spray contact cleaner on IEC plugs. Oh my goodness, it's European, but that's okay. Even though it's set up for 220, I don't have to go and put a transformer inside of it, which would also make it louder. Because this, look at this, it has a 3A 220 fuse in it. I can switch this over. Look at the design of this. This is so brilliant. You can rotate it to select any voltage that you have wherever you may be located in this world. This unit can use voltages from around the world. And it saves me from having to go out and getting a new transformer or using a step-down converter. All I have to do is you line up this metal tab with 125, insert it, tighten it, and that's it. Now it'll work in the US. Problem is, I need to change this European plug, which is no problem. I have a whole box of IEC plugs downstairs. I just mounted this IEC in here. It had the old European 2-prong. And then over here, the GELOSO or GELSO, however you want to say it. I think GELOSO is correct. You'll notice that this bar is your ground, your common ground for audio, which mounts to this chassis. This chassis is separate and it has a resistor between this and the actual main frame because you never mount the ground from electric to the audio ground. You will have big problems. So we make sure that we do our audio ground to this chassis and our power ground to this chassis. Let us now change these beautiful GELOSOs out for these beautiful Switchcraft TRS jacks. And we don't need to have 6. It's 3 in, 3 out. We don't necessarily need that. We can get away with just 1 or 2 in and 2 out because you're never really going to use more than 1 at a time anyway since it's a mono unit. So here you go. I did a little diagram just so you can see. So you have tip, ring, and sleeve from right to left. And this is a balanced TRS jack. I don't really need this. Obviously, since this is a giant guitar pedal, it is unbalanced. This is at instrument level, which is high Z level. So these are just TS. These GELOSO jacks are essentially TS jacks. So I don't need this, but I could have used a TS jack or a TRS jack. And it's nice that I'm using these because it's a good reminder to you that you can use both. Also, since I'm going to cut a metal square plate and fabricate it here, you only need to ground one of them because this will then be grounded to the plate and it will ground the rest. So you just need to ground the first one. I decided to do 2 instead of 1, even though it's faux stereo, but it will be a 2 in, 2 out unit. And again, you just need to wire. The ground goes to the sleeve, obviously, and then the hot goes to the tip. And we're not using the ring. So you can look at the GELOSOs and see there's your ground. And don't let the green color fool you. That's not ground. That is your hot. That's the tip. And they did it red here and white there, but it's all just hot. And then the ground is this grounding bar, but we're gonna go to the sleeve of this TRS jack, which is this one up on top. So let's do it. Okay, I fabricated this little panel. It's super ugly, but once you get washers on there, you see it's gonna look just great. I know it looks bad now, but just wait till I get it on there. We did it! Alright, so as you can see, we have our common audio ground here. It comes off this little sub chassis and goes into one of the legs of a 12AX7. And that's what we're dealing with. I did 2 in and 2 out instead of 1 or 3, which I had the option to do. But that's it. Okay, and then you'll see there's our power ground. I drilled a little hole for him. Remember, power ground and audio ground should never be connecting. Never, ever, ever be touching, unless you want to fry out your box. I wired it to the correct pin out, and it works. And there you go, it's as simple as that. Now, this unit has TRS jacks. I could have used all 3 jacks, but when am I even going to use 2? Because I'm really only going to use 1 input at a time in the recording studio. And here is the finished product. So that's it. That's the modification for balanced TRS jacks on a Binson Echorec. You can paint these things. Here's a paint that I almost used, and I decided it's too gold. There's something special about this. It has like an orange in it, almost like a very yellow golded orange that is not the same as this Rust-Oleum hammered gold, so I decided not to use it. One thing I did decide to do is buy this. And how cool is this? When you take it out of its original case, it's gonna need some kind of feet. So you can get this for about 15 bucks on eBay, and it has all these little feet inside. So here, let me screw the 4 on and show you what this looks like with its new feet.
And as I rise, I realize that you are one with me now. You and I have the same dream just now. Somehow it's kind of strange to leave this house and walk around.
Alright, I was just gonna call the video there, but we gotta at least play with this thing for a minute. Let's check it out. Let's see how it sounds. You know what? Let's try it with a DI. That might actually sound better. Listen to it without the DI. It's kind of fuzzy, a little dirty. I don't like it. I gotta clean that pot. But I won't use contact cleaner. What will I use? CALI-LUBE F5 deoxit potentiometer cleaner. That's when I wish it had the VARI-SPEED right there. When I drive it into self-oscillation, I wish I could throw it, like I do my Space Echo, or my EP3, or my Evans. SWELL. Did you hear that? Whoa. Now it's talking my language. Well, that's it, folks. Hope you dug this video. Like, subscribe, mash all the buttons, click the bell so when I make these videos you're notified. Just want to thank you all for stopping by. Love and peace.